So let me just go through the usual routine of sharing the stream on the places. Gonna try to do it as quick as possible because I really want to get as much work done as possible. As you may be aware, it has been a while since the last video. You may hear double audio for a sec, but it's not gonna be long, so chill, calm down. I just want to check that the audio is like actually working. It says I'm offline. Why does it say I'm offline? I thought it was connected to Twitch. Offline. Okay. Oh, there we go. There we go. It works. Offline. Okay. Oh, there. Maybe like I'm offline. Okay. All right. So, YouTube community tab. Heyo, coloring animation frames for my next video. Come hang out and ask me questions and stuff. How about I'm live right now? Because I'm gonna delete the post when I'm not live, so it's not gonna be a lie. Let's post it on Twitter too. I should have just copied the same thing. Hey all, I'm live right now coloring some frames for my next video. Come hang out and motivate me. Link. There we go. Oh, and finally I need to post this in my Discord. Which... okay, yeah, okay. Live right now. Thumbs. Okay. Also something else? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Hello everybody who's already shown up. Let's do a quick user read. Kapari Light, H9419, Night Foxel, Pepsi Chew 123, Rain 336, Skinny Seahorse, That Guy, and Zekilux TV. What's up? Sorry if I didn't mention anybody. Sometimes the names don't show up. But yeah. Hi, Penguin Wolf PvP. I realized the time is gonna be kind of weird for you guys. I'm sorry, this is a very unplanned stream. I need to restart my tablet drivers. Because everybody knows that you can't, there's no tablet that exists in the entire world that doesn't have issues with drivers. Alright, I feel like there's something I forgot to do, but I'm just gonna start. Alright, so, hi there, welcome to this abrupt stream. Basically I've been planning to stream the coloring of these frames. I think I'm gonna... let's do all the white first, yeah, okay. I've been planning to stream the coloring process, but I didn't know when I would be done with the line work, basically. That's why it's so, like, spontaneous. Now, why didn't I, like, stream everything? Why didn't I stream the animation process? Why am I only streaming coloring? That's because if you tuned into my last stream, if you didn't, it's archived on my YouTube, my second channel called chipflake. which some of you might be on right now if you're watching the archive of this. Hi, how's it going? Anyway, last time I streamed like, it was like the intro animation to my last video, right? And I don't know why, but I couldn't concentrate on it while I was streaming, which is kind of annoying because I really want to stream more. Jeez, this looks really dark. Let me lighten that up. I really want to stream more like video process because, you know, it's fun. People get to see how I do things. I get to talk to people. I'm on the wrong layer. Did I just get a follow? I'm sorry, I don't have the thing open. Jacob Ball 25, thank you for the follow. So I really want to stream more of the video process, but last time I just couldn't concentrate very well, and I feel like a lot of the, like, you know, like some of the animation turned out okay, but I feel like some of it could have been better. I don't know. So I have a feeling this should be lighter too. Yeah, let's make it lighter. So the reason I'm streaming coloring is because it doesn't take like any brain power whatsoever, you know what I mean? All I have to do is frickin' like click a couple things. Thank you for the follow. I can't read that. And our Weeping Willow as well, thank you for the follow. So this is the first time you're live in a long time, or have I been missing a bunch of streams? No, I haven't streamed in ages. And I've been explaining that. I'll go into a bit more detail. Let me catch up with the chat a bit though. What made you want to become a YouTuber? Tell you what, I'll answer like questions in a little bit because I also want to explain a little bit why the video is taking so long and why I haven't been streaming or anything. That sounds like some MX Blue style clicky switches. No, it's just a mechanical keyboard off of Amazon. I think it was like 20 euros, I don't really remember. But it's pretty good. It's cool. I'm on the wrong layer again. There we go. School just hacking started, but hi. Yeah, I'm sorry about the time. You know, I when it comes to work streaming, I can't really plan when I'm doing it, you know. Otherwise I totally would. I would like try to pick a time which is more what's the word? I keep thinking relevant, but that's the wrong word. It's better if people's, I don't know, you know what I mean? I would pick a time that was better for everybody. But that's not how it is, unfortunately. Keep calm and have a cup of tea. I can't have another cup of tea because I just drank 2 today, which is a bit too much. Thank you for the follow, Will. Appreciate it. I just woke up and got the notification. What up, guys? Good morning, if it's morning for you. I know some of you like to wake up in the afternoon. Are you coloring yourself coloring? No, I'm coloring myself drawing. Hello. Okay. So yeah. I wanted to explain my absence a little bit, basically. So, those of you who have seen my last video know that it was 15 minutes long, right? When my usual, what I'm used to is like 5 to 7 minutes. That's usually what I go for. Jeez, this purple is gross. This doesn't show up on stream, unfortunately, but the color picker in Flash is dreadful and I hate it. Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. Let's use this one. So, last video was extremely long, like double the amount that I'm used to, which resulted in me experiencing very bad burnout once I was done. Because I was trying to make such a long video in like my normal schedule. Thank you for the follow. Officer, so I don't know. So I was dealing with burnout, which is not fun. Not fun at all. I basically like had the first week after the video went live, I had no motivation at all. So I was kind of forced to take a break. Second week got a tiny bit better. I managed to get like a little bit of work done at a time. But it still wasn't great. Still wasn't great. I'm even finding it hard to concentrate. I'm just coloring and I'm finding it hard to concentrate on both things. Jeez. Anyway. I've lost my train of thought. The train has crashed. What was I talking about? I forgot it. I was burnt out. The second week was a little bit better and I got a little bit done. But basically, those 2 weeks after I uploaded the video was spent mostly working on like side projects because I had no motivation to work on normal videos. Or at least a very little bit of it. So that's kind of why the video is delayed. My motivation has basically been getting better and better every week, and now we're in the 4th week since my last video, and it's like back to normal basically. So I'm like, you know, cool making videos again. I'm like, you know, having fun with it once again. So yeah, that's why it's taking so long basically. Thank you for the follow, Alice Animations and Commander Zero Zane. I appreciate it. So yeah, did I finish explaining why I haven't been streaming? I guess I can summarize that I basically want to stream the more video process, but I find it hard to concentrate on streaming and working at the same time. And coloring is kind of the only thing that I can really like do both, you know what I mean? Okay. 15 minutes is crazy long for an animation. Props to you for that. I mean, to be fair, there wasn't that much animation. Oh, Ellie, thank you for the follow. And Quasar Husky. How's it going, guys? I've lost my train of thought again. Why am I so bad at concentrating on two things at once? Man. I was reading chat. Oh yeah. To be fair, the last video didn't have that much animation. I mean, it had a lot of like the lip sync animation, which added up and was pretty. Why can't I fill this? Is it weird? Why is it doing that? Why do I hate Flash so much? Okay, now it works. It didn't have a huge amount of animation, but it still had a decent amount, which meant it took that long. There was a lot of editing, which made the workload a bit easier. Also, ignore how bad these in-between frames look. You see them for like a split second. Okay, chill. And I forgot to add the details to the pens and stuff, so let me do that real quick. Let's see. How long are you gonna be streaming for? I don't know. Maybe until 3, maybe until 4. I'm not super sure. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Are you coloring for fun or for a video? It's for a video. It's always for a video. I don't draw for fun anymore. What is fun? I'm just kidding. Speaking of which, thank you for the follow, Phantom Doodles YT. Cool. Speaking of drawing for fun, I've been doing a challenge on Instagram. Yeah, I know, that's a website that I use. I've been doing a drawing challenge. Basically, I have to draw something that like has nothing to do with my work. Basically, if that makes sense, every single day. The idea is that when you how did I... Okay, yeah. The idea is that when you draw a lot, then you improve more, you know? And you should try to draw something every day so that you get like maximum improvement, kind of. And I also want to do more like personal drawing outside of YouTube, because I've been drawing a lot of, you know, these cats, you know, these plushy, weirdly shaped cats. And maybe I'm gonna get really good at drawing these weird, plushy shaped cats, but I'm not gonna be able to draw anything else. And I don't want that to happen to me, okay? I need a range of skills, and unfortunately YouTube doesn't give me a huge opportunity to do that. So that's another part of the challenge that I want to do on Instagram. Drawing every day outside of my YouTube. And another reason is to kind of help me get over my perfectionism. Oh boy, here's the first smear frame. I bet you all love smear frames, don't you? They look beautiful. Smear frames just capture my inner turmoil. I relate to them a lot. Anyway, one of the rules that I have on the Draw Everyday challenge is that I have to post what I drew, even if I don't like it. So it's to kind of encourage me to deal with the fact that not everything you draw is going to be perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect. And, you know, I'm cool with showing other people that I'm not perfect. You know, because I feel like it's kind of this... When it comes to artists and posting their stuff online, there's kind of a... Well, everybody just posts the stuff that they like, the stuff that comes out good. If they draw something... do they color the feet? No, okay. If they draw something bad, they just don't post it, which is obviously fine, but I feel like it kind of creates this sort of, I don't know the word for it, expectation, I guess, where it kind of makes artists appear like they're like always good at drawing, everything they make comes out good, which isn't true, as you may know. And I don't know, I guess I want to help show the like newer, less experienced artists that I too am not perfect, and I too create lots of duds when I'm trying to make a pretty drawing. So yeah, if you want to follow me on Instagram, go ahead and do that. I don't know why, I guess Instagram seemed like a good platform to post that stuff. I felt like I would be spamming people if I did it on Twitter. And YouTube community tab is kind of stupid for doing something like that. Posting every single day, you know. So yeah. I missed so much of chat when I was freaking rambling. Okay, let me read again. Have you heard about the feature that lets you mark users as VIPs? You mean on Twitch? I don't know what you're talking about. Is Purple Cat your mother? Yes. Because I want to make art for Chip, but I don't want it to be awkward if I make furry art for Chip and it gets awkward. Listen, like, you can frickin' draw Chip however the frick you like. I, like, love seeing different artists' renditions of my character. You know, the different art styles, different concepts. Find that really cool. The only thing that I don't find cool is not safe for work art. That's a bit, you know, please don't do that. But virtually anything else, you know, people draw Chip as a human, they draw Chip feminine, they draw Chip masculine. It's, you know, there's no boundaries, and I like the idea of people expressing themselves using my character. So basically, you don't need to ask me permission to draw Chip in any way you want, okay? Just go ahead and do it. That challenge sounds fun, but a little difficult. Like Inktober, maybe. Yeah, it's basically Inktober, but I'm not restricting myself to a month. I've been thinking about doing this draw every day challenge for a while now, but I always put it off because I was like, okay, I'm gonna start at the start of the month, and then the start of the month rolls around and I forget, and then I'm like, oh, I missed it. I guess I have to wait till next month now. You see where I'm getting with this? It's just this constant like, oh, I missed it, I guess I have to wait again. And then one day I was just like, you know, it was like the 22nd of November or something. And I was like, you know, why am I waiting until the start of a month? I'll just start it now, you know? And I try to keep the rules fairly loose so that it's not too annoying or like stressful or something. I'm basically allowed to draw whatever I want, whether that's like a full drawing or just a stick figure, you know. I don't have to stick to any, you know how in Toba sometimes people make like lists, like today this theme is this, tomorrow's theme is this, you know. I'm not doing anything like that. Just to keep it, you know, expressive. I'm allowed to do what I want. But it has been a little bit hard. I do forget sometimes. Like, I already failed the challenge the first time. I got to like day 3 and then I forgot. But now I'm up to day 12. I haven't done my one for today yet, but I'm planning to do it after I'm done working on videos for the day. Thank you for the follow, Lucario2208. Welcome to the stream. I hope you like it. That's a lovely smear frame. Yeah, there's lots of lovely smear frames in this animation, to be honest. And you're gonna see the glory of all of them while I color them in. Getting me right in the insecurities. I have a habit of just completely like throwing all sense of effort out of the window when I draw my in-between frames. Because I'm thinking like, you only see them for a split second, so why should I, you know, spend a bunch of time making them look really pretty? And to be fair, you can't really tell, to be honest. It, like, as long as like the frames that are on screen for long look nice, then the whole thing looks nice, basically. And as long as, you know, the drawings are like on model and stuff, obviously. What is the video about? I'm not going to go too into detail about it, but it's basically a sequel to Why I Hated Art Class, if you've seen that video. It's exactly what it sounds like. But this video is... why is the tongue a different color? See, this is what happens when you don't concentrate. Okay. Wow. I should have played the animation before I started coloring, but I'll do it after, so chill. What was I talking about again? I totally forgot. Oh yeah, this video is like a sequel to Why I Hated Art Class. If you've seen that video, you know that it's based... oops. It's based on my experience through high school. And then... and then a bit of college. My first year of college, specifically. But in that video I didn't explain what happened afterwards, basically. So this is the video that goes into detail about that. It's another I'm kinda dumb kinda story, but I've been thinking about it a lot. And I kinda I like the idea of making videos that warn people not to make the same mistakes as I did. So I hope people are gonna like it, I hope. I'm putting a lot of work into it. Okay, oops. Hi Turtle Amigo, if you're still here, this message is kinda old, I'm kinda behind on the chat. There's no such thing as perfection. Exactly. Exactly, guys, no one is perfect. I often compare myself to and art to others and never think it's good enough, but that gives me motivation to improve. Yeah, exactly. I like totally see where you're coming from. You can compare yourself to others up to a point. The point where it goes a bit overboard is when you start doing things like comparing your age, for example. Like, oh, I'm 15 and that person's 15 too and they have way better art than me. Guess I suck at everything and should give up, you know. That's dumb. But obviously you can appreciate other people's work, compare it to yours and be like, oh, so I should improve on this because they do this thing really well. And I want to do my stuff like them. So yeah, do you have the YouTube Stories feature? I do. And the one day I wanted to use it, I didn't have it, so I complained about it on Instagram, on the Instagram story. And then I got it, like, immediately after. I still have yet to use it, even though I freaking made a fuss about not having it. Is the music too loud, by the way? Let me know if it's annoying, because I can turn it down. You're changing your art style again. Thank you for the follow, Sarcastic Studios. So basically, don't get used to this style. The thing I want to do is kind of use these animated segments where it's like not my character talking. You know, the parts where my character's like standing, talking, blah blah blah, lip sync, you know, all that. And then there's like these in-between parts with like flashbacks and stuff to help me talk about what I'm talking about. Illustrate what I'm talking about is what I meant. I kind of want to use these parts to do the experimentation. Like, I've been watching a YouTuber I found recently. He's called something, I think he's called Steven something. Jeez, let me see if I can find him. But he basically makes these, like, he like films something live action, and then he puts cartoon characters into it. Thank you for the follow, JB Animations. Jeez, what was he called? Wait. No. Yeah. This is him, Sean Keller. I'll put a link in the chat. He makes live action videos, and he puts a cartoon character in it. So he has like this fox that like talks, and he makes it look like the fox is like holding the camera and is like talking into the camera, and I find that really cool. And I really like his animations. Like the way they move, the way he uses like squash and stretch especially looks really satisfying to watch. I have no idea what's going on in the videos, to be completely honest. Thank you for the follow, Edgy. He does these weird stories. Like the fox is like, oh, today we're gonna go on an adventure, you know. And it sort of happens as though, you know, when you like make up a story on the spot, like, there was once a dog who went to the park and then he saw a lion, you know, that sort of thing. That's what it feels like. But anyway, you know. In any case, it's really satisfying to watch. And so I've been kind of inspired in my next video to kind of practice maybe making animation with puppets. Because something I don't like too much about this video, there's animation in it, like frame by frame animation. Thank you for the follow, the victim Jackie. There's frame by frame animation in it, but there's not a lot, basically. I really enjoy doing frame by frame animation, but it takes a freaking long time. So I kind of want to experiment with using puppets, which also takes a long time to make the puppets, but once you've made them, then the process of animating gets a bit easier. I'm wondering if it's possible to make some puppets that I can reuse, that like, so that I can still like have lots of animation, because I feel like parts of this video that I'm working on right now are a little bit boring. But I don't. Oh jeez, this in between looks so bad. Okay. Yeah, I just want to use. Going back to where I started talking about this, I want to use these in between parts, these flashback parts, to experiment and try out different forms of animation to see if I can find something that I like. Thank you for the follow, that one guy you forgot. Nice username. And Dan Lespois. I'm saying that right. But yeah, I don't get used to this style, basically. I don't know if it's gonna stick around. It might do. But yeah, let's see. You can give people VIP on Twitch now. They basically don't get affected by slow mode and sub-only mode. Ooh, that's interesting. It's really cool, actually. I'll have to look into that. My whole life feels like a smear frame to BH. Same. I made an account for you. Oh, thanks. Maybe Twitch is gonna reward me for bringing people to their website. Probably not. Can't wait for this video, it looks awesome. Thank you. I hope it turns out good. Do you stick to the same set of colors throughout the whole video? For Chip, yes. And for like the separate characters. Unless it's a scene with like different lighting, like a dark room or something like that. I'm trying to cook and watch this. Good luck with that. Hello, Big Oof 21. I'm a grown adult and I draw worse than most teenagers because I haven't drawn properly in like 6 years. RIP. Still getting back into it though. That's kind of how I feel. Especially with frames like this. That's kind of what I feel when it comes to my channel, because I have such a simple art style that is easy to animate. I feel like I've been focusing lately a lot on improving my animation, which I feel like has improved and I'm happy with how it's going, but as a result I haven't been focusing on drawing lately, and I feel like I'm kind of getting behind on my skills as a illustrator. So that's, you know, that's why I want to do things like the Instagram Draw Every Day challenge, and I also want to draw more for myself in general and do like actual learning sessions where I, you know, sit down, study an artist's style or like study anatomy or something. I haven't done that in ages. So that I can kind of catch up, I guess. Oh, the face. I was like, why does it look so weird? What the frick? I was gonna say something really interesting, but I've totally forgotten it. So yeah. Oh, the victim Jackie hosted me and didn't follow me. I don't know why I thought it said follow. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for thanking you for the wrong thing. Thank you for the follow, Newtism. And hi, Knifo101 Jason. That frame looks brutal. Yeah, I'm getting frickin' stabbed in the neck with a bunch of pencils. It looks really, like, funny in motion. I'll play it in a sec. Hopefully the stream doesn't buffer when I do that. You sound extra chipper and happy today. Chipper, you say? That's surprising. I don't feel particularly, like, energetic, to be honest. But thank you, I guess. Is that a compliment? You should make a different sound effect for a host and a follow to tell difference. Yep, that's a good. Oh yeah, what I wanted to say in regards to wanting to draw more for myself. The problem is that I have to find a balance between you know, the YouTube stuff, my videos. And I find it hard to find time to draw for myself because, you know, I'm spending the whole day working on videos, I'm drawing all day. I'm not exactly gonna be in the mood to sit down for another hour or so and draw even more, you know. Even though I want to. But that's why for the drawing challenge, the daily drawing challenge, I've been doing them all on paper. Because when I'm working at the computer all day, I don't want to sit at the computer for even longer. Whoops. Paint normal, please. Thank you. I keep spilling water everywhere. Ugh, frick. Okay. So yeah, I've been putting ever since I finished school. I was like, oh yeah, awesome, I'm finished with school, now I have more time for videos. And I just, instead of thinking, you know, hey, I'm gonna have more free time as well, I just put all of that time into videos, basically. So, I don't know, I struggle to, like, relax. Because I feel like, oh, I could be using this time to make videos, you know? That's why I felt so bad when I was burnt out from the last video. I felt so bad for taking a break and working on side projects. Well, I used the side projects to justify me taking a break. So that I wouldn't feel bad for not, quote unquote, not doing anything. Thank you for the host, told. Where do the pencils go after Chip is down? Well, I assume they would be like behind the ear, kind of. You know, like they kind of. I mean, you can't really see. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Okay, don't worry. Thank you for the follow, Warlock Foxfire. I like how the Twitch chat like removes some swearing, but not all of it. I mean, it's okay. I'm not about to be like, oh, I'm gonna ban everyone for saying naughty words. How dare you say naughty words on my Christian channel? I mean, the whole please don't swear thing is more of a like guideline. I don't know. I'm not too bothered by it. I'm gonna let it slide, okay? Thank you for the follow, Mike TBBM. And the average spy. How are you doing? Color the pencil, color it. I don't. Let me take a moment to complain about Flash because I haven't done that enough already. Why is it doing this? Look, when I click on the eyedropper tool and I click on it, okay, now it did it. Okay, now it did it. Okay, now it didn't do it. I tap, and the first time I tap it doesn't pick up the color for me. Whoops. I just closed my music. Give me a sec. That would have been really embarrassing if I just closed the stream by accident. Thank you for the follow, FrostyWolf1633. Let me get the music back because it's really awkward without music. Click. Okay, thank you. Thanks, mate. Anyway, I hate Flash. It's a dumb program and it has stupid, lots of stupid, what is it called? It has lots of stupid errors and bugs. Like, I was trying to explain before I yeeted my YouTube page. When I try to click in a color with the eyedropper tool, it takes like 5 tries. What is this? It's so annoying. Why is it doing that? I mean, to be fair, that could be a problem with my tablet, which is also kind of buggy in some areas. Because there is no tablet in the world that isn't terrible when it comes to not having bugs and errors. Also, what I really hate about Flash, which you may like see in some of my drawings, is that you have to zoom in really far just to get a good line. Like, for example, let me show you an example. Okay, I'm gonna take brush size 3 and I'm gonna zoom in 200% and I'm gonna draw, let's draw a face here. Let's draw a cat face. Whoa, it's a cat face. Okay, now let's zoom out to 100 and draw that. Okay, how about 50 and draw that same cat face with the same brush settings, exactly the same. Look at that. What is wrong with this line? I drew it the exact same way. Why is it so ugh? What is this? Flash is terrible. I hate it. Okay. That's the rant over. Alright. You better get used to that. I'm gonna be doing that like every time I stream. So yeah, if you didn't notice, I hate Flash. But I use it anyway because I paid for it. I pay for the creative suite, which is like a bunch of Adobe programs, because I use Premiere and After Effects and like Photoshop, and if I would pay for all those separately, that would add up to more than just getting the whole thing, you know. You know what I mean? Okay. One of your notification sounds should be your re from the end of the month's video. That's a good idea. Pop, do you drink energy drinks? I'm not gonna lie, I don't really see the appeal of energy drinks. Because, I don't know if you guys are familiar with my friend Andrew. He's freaking obsessed with energy drinks, and he buys them all the time. And he buys them, he's like, hey, you want to try it? It's this new flavor, this like Monster Energy flavor. And I'm like, okay, I'll try it. And I mean, oh, it's okay. It's nothing special. Right? You know what I mean? And like, those like Monster Energy and Rockstar Energy that are like these interesting flavors, those I kind of understand, but like this generic energy drink taste as well. He really likes those too. And I don't get it. They taste so weird, and I don't see the appeal. I don't know if I ever will. What color shall I make this big cat guy here? Okay, let me tell me in the chat while I get caught up. Which version of Flash is it? It is CC 2019. Tried to use Illustrator and export a bunch of frames to combine. Do you mean like I draw a frame and then export it and then draw another frame and export it? I don't really understand that. I'm sorry. That was a very nice rant. Thanks, Fufi. Appreciate it. I worked hard to complain about Flash. I think Flash is awesome. Best member of Justice League. That was a good one. Well done. If you want a quality program, try MS Paint. To be fair, I would go back. I should go back to MS Paint compared to Flash. It would be an upgrade. What made you settle on Chip's overall design and theme? Chip is kind of based on me, I guess you would say. The brown comes from I have brown hair, wow. And Chip is white because I like the color. Don't say that it's not a color. Shut up. Oops. Shut up. I'm just using, it's easier to say color than tone. Okay, calm down. I know white is not a color. Shut up. Anyway, I like the color white. And also I'm really pale in real life, so it's kind of a note to that, like a jokey, like, I basically, I'm the color of snow. Because I don't go outside. And, the dots were... Alright, so basically, Chip was a different character basically. You know what an OC is? You know what a Sona is? When you have a character that like represents yourself in the digital world. I don't need this frame. That was what Chip was before it became my channel mascot. So in the previous rendition of Chip, the dots on the forehead were actually freckles, because I have freckles in real life. You can't see them very well unless you get right up to my face, but trust me, I do have them. And when I was designing Chip, I was like, okay, I want a character that can be my channel mascot. I'm confused. Oh, right. I put the colors on the wrong layer. Okay. Anyway. When I was designing Chip, I was specifically like, I want a character that... Sorry, I can't concentrate. Where's the layer that I'm looking for? Okay, this one. Right, okay, frick. Jeez. So yeah, I was like, yo, I wanna... Oh, it doesn't want me to explain this. There we go. Okay. This pink looks horrible. I'm gonna fix it. I wanted a character that would represent my channel, so I kind of based it off of... if you've seen my Why Am I a Cat video, thank you for the follow, Ergin Tails, and Swithrow123. Did I say thanks to Frosty Wolf 1633 as well? I don't remember. If I did, thank you. So honestly, I based the design off of like this OC of mine that represented me, because I didn't really know what else to do with it. And I don't remember if I talked about that in my Why Am I a Cat video or in my getting ideas for videos. No, I think I talked about it in the very first video I made. I was like, I didn't create my channel for a really long time because I didn't have a character, and I was like, oh, I need to, you know, spend a lot of time thinking about the character. And eventually I was like, no, I don't. I just need to make one. I just need to make it. I'm gonna be here for the end of time if I keep worrying about making the perfect character, right? So I just took this old OC. I was like, okay, time to modify this to make it, what is the word? It begins with an A. The word begins with an A. And it's a bit like acceptable, but it's not. Accessible, accessible. To make this character accessible to the masses. And I just kind of... Did I change the... Yeah, okay. I don't know where I got that idea, but I decided I wanted to kind of merge that OC with, like, a Sneasel. You know, the Pokemon Sneasel. So that's why the freckles are on the head now. I mean, they're not freckles anymore, they're just, you know, fur spots, I guess. Alright. Good morning. It's afternoon for me, but good morning to you, I guess. If the energy drinks thing, I drink them because I don't like coffee and I have bad insomnia, so I am perpetually exhausted, TM. I can understand that. I don't like coffee either, but I like tea, so I drink that instead. I don't know, I just don't... There's a lot of people who drink energy drinks for the taste and not for the energy, and I don't really understand that, to be honest. Mint green, sandwich coloured, blue. Blue. Okay. So I'll do it like, let's color it a bluish green then. What's the correct way of spelling color? Is it color with an O or color with an OU? It depends where you come from. It depends if you're speaking British English or American English. Or whatever kind of English they speak in Australia, I guess. And Canada. Those are countries too. So for me, color with a U is correct. Because that's how we spell it in Britain. But in the US, they spell it with an O. So even though people will very angrily tell you that either one is correct, they're both technically correct. So, you know, spell it whichever. It's typically a good idea when you're learning a language to like choose a type of the type, if that makes sense. Like, are you gonna speak mostly British English or American English? What kind of English are you gonna speak? So I would just say pick which one of those you prefer and like try to stick to the spellings from that country, if that makes sense. Thanks for the follow, the Basset Beast, and what am I doing with my life? And Lucky Irishman 317. I think I didn't say thanks to you either. Everyone can agree that Adobe Flash is an unstable piece of overpriced software. It's true. And I wanna try out, what is it called, Toon Boom at some point, because everybody frickin' sings praises of that program. It's apparently like the best frickin' program in the world for animation. But it's like, I'm paying for Flash, and you know, I could pay for both, but that's a lot of money. That's a lot of months. I don't have a lot of months if you didn't notice. Is that Princess Carolyn from BoJack? Maybe. Okay, chat is just arguing over the correct spelling of colour. Sorry for being quiet, by the way. I was reading and I couldn't think of any funny quips to say. Okay. Did I just completely forget to finish colouring this? This is what happens when you try to do two things at once. But I feel like we're making pretty good progress. If I wasn't streaming this, I would just be doing it on my own, and that would be kind of boring. Also, I find the Flash timeline to be really hard to understand. I mean, not understand, but it's too complicated, I guess. I mean, no. When you look at it, you just kind of... what's the word? Like... when you're like, ugh, you know. There's a word for that. But I can't think of it right now. You'd be less distracted by chat if you did it on your own. I mean, I'm not super distracted by chat. I only read it every so often. And to be fair, if I was doing this on my own, I would be distracted by a million other things because I have this incredibly bad habit of when I'm doing something kind of mundane like this, like coloring, my mind starts to wander and it's like, oh, I haven't checked my emails in a while. Better go do that. And then you might be familiar with this when you go and check your emails and then something else catches your eye because you're like on the internet. And you're like, oh, I gotta do this. I gotta check this. I gotta check that. And you just go down a wormhole of not working. You're too distracted looking at stuff. So that's what would be happening to me right now. So I'm actually doing more work than I would be if I wasn't streaming, okay? How fit are you on a scale of 1 to 10? I hope you mean fit as in exercise and not the British version of the word fit. Anyway, I don't know if I can estimate it on a scale, but I basically only ever go outside when I need to go to the shop. I don't do a lot of exercise, which is, you know, not a great thing. I've been trying to work on it, but I have a pretty bad time trying to balance work with literally anything else, basically. Okay, I've finished coloring everything. Do you guys want to see it? I'm gonna play the audio, but I'm gonna keep it quiet because I don't really want to like spoil everything. Okay, here you go.
I've enjoyed drawing for as long as I can remember. My mum also loved to draw, so I assume she just threw some pencils at me when I was a baby, and that's how I got into drawing. I don't know. So when you don't know what to do with your life and it comes to picking which subject you want to do at school, everyone just says, pick what you enjoy and/or are good at. And I was like, okay, art it is.
Yeet. So now I want to add in the little transitions. Like, here I want these guys to slide off the screen. And Chip needs to slide over to here. Okay, I gotta remember how to do motion tweens in Flash. So let's remove these and let's start it from here. Let's go to here. Insert motion tween. Convert to symbol, yeah, sure. Now why has it done that? Okay, I guess I have to single it out first. Okay, sure. Whatever. Yeah, okay, now I should just be able to let's zoom in so I'm not fumbling around like an idiot. Let's use the onion skin to see where I need to move it to. And I should be able to just move it along like that. And it's gonna generate a... Yeah, there we go.
Well, everyone just says, pick what you enjoy.
Okay. Let's see. Do you have a Discord server and I'm just being silly and can't find it? I have a Patreon only Discord. I would love to have like a public server, but I think it would just get way too hectic for me. So unfortunately I have to pay to be in my Discord server, which feels bad, but I really like the more toned down way of interacting with people. You know, it's only about like, I think I have 50 patrons, but I think only about 30 of them 30 of them are in the server right now, and interacting with 30 people is easier than, like, I don't know how many people were joined, but probably kind of a lot. You know. Bop, bop. Your voice sounds so deep, but it looks really cool. Yeah, what's interesting about my voice and what I like to read about people reacting to it in the chat. People change. You know how when people always write in the comments, you know, you sound like this person. And over time, that's changed a lot, which is funny. At first, it was, I sound like Dave. Then it was, I sound like Candy Evie. And the new one is that I sound like Danger Dolan. So, I don't know if that's something anybody's noticed, but I change my voice a lot when I record audio. I kind of play around with how I want it to sound. I kind of, I don't know, when I'm on stream like this, I'm not hearing myself. But when I'm making videos, I have to listen to myself over and over and over again. When I'm, you know, lip syncing, when I'm editing, all of that. And I, like, notice things that I don't like. Like, oh, I said that word really stupidly. Oh, my voice is too high pitched, you know. So, that's why my voice changes a lot throughout videos, depending on the videos. And in this one, I was feeling super unconscious, super self-conscious about how high-pitched my voice is. So I was like, I'm gonna try to sound really deep and cool. And that was also aided by the fact that I was ill when I was recording this. So yeah. Thank you for the follow, Draw Dan Draws. Is there a reason you make your mum in your videos pink or purple? Or just in the Kato universe, that's her canon appearance? Is there even lore? What is life? I don't know. I based her design off my character, obviously. And the purple comes from, like, my mum likes purple. At least I think so. Her bedroom is purple, so I was like, okay, I guess she likes purple. Sure, why not, you know. Yeah, I don't have links allowed on the chat, I'm sorry. It's because people can pop in and add weird, naughty stuff in my innocent chat. So I don't want that to happen. Okay. How does this work? This is the end frame. Can I move this without it moving the end frame now? Okay, I can.
Pick what you enjoy and...
That's too fast though.
Pick what you enjoy and...
Eh, that's okay. Another thing I hate about Flash. I hate Flash. If you didn't notice already. Okay, I hate because sometimes when you play a video, it lags. And I don't know if any of you guys have tried animating, especially syncing it to sound before. Thank you for the follow, Sonia009. When you're trying to sync your actions to your audio, or even just in general, you're trying to fix the timing. When the playback lags, that's a huge problem, right? You know what I mean?
Well, everyone just says, pick what you
Like, I don't know if you can see that
everyone
on the
just
video,
says,
but it keeps lagging, like around here. It keeps jumping. When you scrub through it, it looks fine. It's smooth. But when you play it,
Well, everyone just says,
why is it jumping? It's so stupid. And it's annoying. I'm sorry for complaining, but it just annoys me. It annoys me so much. Do you notice that you have a slight regional accent? I never noticed mine until people pointed out. I mean, doesn't everybody have an accent if you think about it?
well, everyone just says,
Everybody has an accent that's based on where they come from or their, like, environment. Do I need to do any more tweening? I don't think so. Okay, so a recent discovery I've made in Flash is that you can add ease. But so what this does is you can make the animation, like this movement, slower at the beginning or the end or the middle or wherever you want. And that usually looks nicer than the constant movement, but I don't really know how it works in the Flash. I haven't really used it much. Did it already add it? Yeah, okay. So look, it goes slower here. Oh wait, I forgot to move this guy off the screen. This blue guy. If you sound like Dave, you've got to include a "wanna join my free gift card giveaway" bit at the start of videos. I was actually gonna do that at one point. I was like, I've got to make a Dave joke. I've got to make a Dave joke. But then people stopped saying that I sounded like him, so it was like, you know, there's gonna be a whole thing about like, hey guys, I'm actually Dave. I'm his new account. But I don't know, people wouldn't really get it anymore. Kelly Sons, thank you for the follow. Not the follow, freaking host. The host! Why do we never see your father? Because he's not in any of the stories. At least so far. Like, I don't have anything against doing a story with my dad in it, but I can't really think of any, if you know what I mean. And I grew up with my mum. Mostly, like, I visited my dad on the weekends, basically. So I obviously have more experiences with her. If that makes sense. I'm so bad at... I can't concentrate on two things at once. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Okay. Why is it not selecting it all? That's fine. I'll just do... fine. It's fine. I'll do it myself. Thanks, Flash. Insert motion tween. Yes, please. Tweening is the devil, but, you know, as you know, what's going on? I don't understand. Resize? When did I do that? Oh, I hate Flash. What happened? I don't... Okay. Starting over. Right, okay. Insert motion tween, thank you. And make a frame here. Whoops. I just hit the mic. Sorry. And then he needs to slide off the screen.
Well, everyone just...
Another thing I hate about Flash. I know it's been like less than 5 minutes since the last thing I complained about. But I can't set the spacebar to play. I can only use... I mean, I can use any key I want, basically, but not the spacebar for some reason. I would show you, but the windows don't show up. So I'm gonna have to end the stream. Someone's at my door. I have to go. Bye!